Okay, this is take three, continued. Take three, continued on Bruce Lee and Jimmy Lee's rare material. Very rare. It has to be. Okay, so my time went out on the other um, timer, so I'm back here now. Okay, so I was saying that Jimmy Lee would only take 10 students, and he would teach privately. And he lived on this kind of like winding road off of Park Avenue in Oakland, California, right near the MacArthur Freeway. Jimmy Lee was, when I met him, I remember one time he allowed me to come inside his living room, and on the coffee table I would see Bruce Lee and him and his photo. They were sitting together and posing for the photo. Okay, so the thing about Jimmy Lee, to me, I found him to be very candid, very straightforward. He spoke about one guy that was trying to teach Jeet Kune Soo. Jeet Kune Soo. And somehow he wanted to break away from Jeet Kune Do or whatever, but Jimmy Lee, he laughed about that, and he looked me in the eyes and he said, "This guy really doesn't know any Jeet Kune Soo or Jeet Kune Do." So he wasn't pleased about that. I don't know if he trained with Jimmy Lee for a while or Bruce, but it was a black guy, and he told me this black guy really doesn't know any Chinese martial art. Maybe he knows a little bit. He put it in that way. And then Jimmy Lee would tell me that he, let me put up another page of the book so you won't get bored with just my talking. See the illustrations of his book. Okay, and there's the other side. This is some more pages. You can see this book is really well illustrated. Okay, and Al Novak actually told me that he would sell this book for $5 a page. My God, that's like $600 and something if you add up. It's a total of, oh Lord, it's a total of like 112 pages. Yeah. So that'd be over $600. If you want a copy of it, I'll get it to you for $250. All of it. Okay, so before I miss the connection, the mailing address, you want to put it in care of P.O. Box 172. P.O. Box 172. Then you can abbreviate the city. That would be S like Sam, period, L-O-R, period, L-O-R, period. I just repeat it one more time. And the zip code is 94580. Zip code again, 94580. United States or USA, one of the two. That should do it. Okay, so what else I can tell you about Jimmy Lee? He was very well built. He had no fat on him at all, and he was aging probably in his late 40s or early 50s. Now you got to remember, he was 20 something years older than Bruce. Very good hands. Even my teacher told me Jimmy Lee would never miss with his hands, and he did weaved through my hands and did a technique and took me down in the living room. Okay, so what else? Yeah, so when you write a check, put it to cash. Yeah, to cash. That's all you need to do. And if you don't hear from me, send me a receipt plus proof that the money order is missing, and I'll fix you up there and send you another little bonus for your trouble. Okay, so I said something like 250. Yeah, I would sell it, this book. Everyone's dead. Like I said, a lot of us retired, and Al Novak's dead, Jimmy Lee's dead, Bruce Lee's dead, all of them. And I hear a lot of rumors, and people always say things about Bruce Lee, that they're better and all that. Yeah, sure they were. But they were never remembered like Bruce or Jimmy Lee or his students. Here's something from Black Belt where a Chinese Kung Fu master would slap the bricks and crack these bricks, all of them, with just the slap of his hand. And my God, look how many bricks. That's like 14 bricks or something. And, you know, the Chinese have been around for more than 6,000 years, so they know a lot of good crap. Okay, so I hope I didn't miss anything. And the Mongol people were very fierce fighters. They conquered all of China, you know, and the world population is mixed. You never know. I mean, you might be part Mongolian and you might not, because they conquered a lot, like Alexander the Great. Okay, so I hope I covered some pretty good things, and once again, it was Tony from Italy that gave me all these ideas to come out of hiding and present these things. And even if you don't want these things, I'm happy that I got out here and was able to make this video. And there's many people that think just because they get a black belt that they know everything. Let me tell you, martial arts is forever learning, just like life, and no one's never too old to learn. So and then you have all these people and master's degrees and super BA degrees and all that. And let me tell you, there's a lot of people on the street and homeless people I met, very, very intelligent, so you never know. Okay, so this was the time that Jimmy Lee was actually more into Sulum system. He wasn't really into Jeet Kune Do or the other things that Bruce Lee introduced him to. So my impression is that Bruce Lee stayed in Jimmy Lee's house, or to say James Yim Lee's house, before Jimmy wrote the book Wing Chun. Bruce stayed in Jimmy Lee's house off and on. My good imagination was for about 2 years. Now, the interesting thing that Bruce said was that Jeet Kune Do is just not one kind of art. It's many arts, to say a good combination. Let's see what else. Now, my instructor told me that he sparred with Professor Chow. And Professor Chow, if I'm right, he's in this book too. And William Chow was actually, I met him, and he wasn't a very big guy, but a lot of black belts sparred him, and he was like something like 57 years old, and they really couldn't hit him or kick him. That guy was really good, and he was a 15th degree master, and that makes a lot of sense, that he was that high